Worms are one of those things that can really make your dog uncomfortable. They're also pretty common, especially if your dog spends time outdoors or around other dogs. Thankfully, there are some telltale signs to look out for so that you can take your pup in for treatment right away. Hi, I'm a veterinarian, and today I'm going to go over 10 signs that your dog might have worms. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. Number 1 is when you see worms in your dog's poop. This might seem obvious, but it's not always easy to see worms in your dog's poop. Some types of worms are very small, and they may look like little pieces of string or thread. Other times, worms may be long and segmented like a piece of spaghetti. Seeing any type of worm in your dog's stool is a sure sign that your dog has worms. Another thing to look for is an increase in the frequency of your dog's bowel movements. If you notice that your dog is having more bowel movements than usual, or that their poop is more loose or watery than normal, then this could be a sign of worms. Certain types of worms can cause inflammation in the digestive tract, leading to these changes in bowel movements. If you see blood in your dog's stool, this could also be a sign of worms. Some types of worms feed on the blood in the digestive tract, which can lead to bleeding. And yes, it can be scary to see blood in your dog's stool. But it's important to remember that there are many different causes of bleeding in the stool, so don't panic. Just get your dog checked out by a vet as soon as possible. Dogs with worms often have a distended belly, may feel kind of soft and doughy or even fluid-filled. There are many different causes of a distended or swollen belly, so this alone isn't a sign of worms. However, if you feel it and it seems to be filled with fluid, and you know your dog doesn't eat a ton of food, then this may be something to investigate further. A weight loss that occurs despite a normal or increased appetite could be due to worms. Worms live in the digestive tract and feed on the nutrients in the food that your dog eats. This means that your dog isn't able to absorb all the nutrients from their food, leading to weight loss. So if you notice that your dog is losing weight despite eating a lot of food, it's important to get them checked for worms. Lethargy is another sign that your dog might have worms. Worms can cause a lot of discomfort and inflammation in the body, which can lead to lethargy. They can also cause anemia, which can also contribute to lethargy. So if you notice that your dog is suddenly lethargic, it's important to get them checked out. If you're noticing that your dog has lost appetite, this can also be a sign of worms. Worms can cause a lot of discomfort and inflammation in the body, which can lead to a loss of appetite. So if you notice that your dog has suddenly lost appetite, it's important to get them checked out. You may notice that your dog's stomach is making more noises than usual, or that there's more gas being produced. This could be due to the presence of worms in the digestive tract. They can cause irritation and inflammation in the gut, leading to these changes. Also, worms can cause diarrhea, and both the diarrhea and the inflammation can lead to more gas production. You may also notice that your dog's fur is starting to look dull, or that their coat is becoming thin or patchy. This is because worms can cause malnutrition by stealing nutrients from the food that your dog eats. This lack of nutrition can lead to poor skin and coat condition. Lastly, if you notice that your dog is scratching or biting at their hind end more than usual, this could be a sign that they have worms. Some types of worms, such as whipworms, tend to lay eggs around the anus. This can cause irritation, leading to more scratching and biting. Additionally, the constant itching and discomfort caused by worms can make your dog want to chew or bite at their hind end more frequently. Now, it's important to note that these signs can be caused by a variety of different conditions, and not all of them are necessarily due to worms. That's why it's important to take your dog to the vet for a proper diagnosis and treatment if you notice any of these signs. A vet will do a physical exam and possibly run some tests, such as a fecal test, to determine if your dog has worms. If they do, the vet will recommend a deworming medication to help get rid of the worms. There are many different types of worms that can infect dogs, including roundworms, hookworms, whipworms, tapeworms, and heartworms. Each type of worm is treated differently, so it's important to follow your vet's instructions carefully when giving your dog medication. Some dewormers can be purchased over the counter, while others need to be prescribed by a vet. It's important to note that some dewormers can have side effects. So it's important to follow your vet's instructions carefully and monitor your dog for any adverse reactions. In addition to deworming your dog, your vet may also recommend some other measures to help prevent your dog from getting worms in the future. These may include regularly deworming your dog, especially if they're at high risk for certain types of worms. Avoiding areas where other animals have been, such as parks and hiking trails. Cleaning up after your dog and washing your hands thoroughly after handling your dog's poop. And if you have other pets, deworming them as well. Overall, worms are very common in dogs, but thankfully there are ways to prevent and treat them. By being aware of the signs of worms, you can help keep your dog healthy and happy. If you think your dog might have worms, please take them to the vet right away so they can get the treatment they need. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button below. Also, please consider subscribing and sharing this video with your friends. As always, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.